it's not gonna be much to mediate. I'm
Yeah, no.
more so be my therapist. But
And how does that make
before we
you
get
feel?
going,
Ben, here's what we're gonna do, bud. We're gonna go on a nice walk by the lakeside. We're gonna get some ice cream cones after.
sounds lovely.
That does sound fun. Can I go?
I was gonna say that I'm kind of in the mood for ice cream right now.
I don't need therapy, but I could go for a
Oh, yeah,
nice walk.
yeah, no. Yeah, you're invited, Mike. And then we'll post a
Sweet.
nice picture, and we'll send it to the NHL and say, see, we can live in harmony.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, we
they
gotta
and
go
then
with
they
both our jerseys
and then they
and
swipe.
yours and yours,
They
Eric.
swipe, and it's Ben throwing me into the lake.
Oh, no.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Fifth Line Podcast. We are Sans Nick this week. It's July 4th. Happy July 4th. Happy Independence Day. And Nick's enjoying the festivities and is unable to join us this fine
I
evening.
believe he's doing some fun stuff with the fam.
I am sure that is what he's doing. So we miss him, but we will see him next week when we have maybe a Stanley Cup champion to talk about.
I mean,
All signs point towards yes, but we'll
I
have
mean,
to
it
wait
would
and
be
see.
the night we normally record. Would we just do a Monday instead or
we would
something?
have to wait until the next day and do like a mini
Yeah.
one. But right now, Stanley Cup Final Series, the Lightning are up 3-0 on the Habs. Ben, I'll throw it to you. I think you have more to say than I do,
Uh,
or maybe not.
Okay. No, because I gotta say something. They're here. They did so much, and they got here. But holy shit, man! I was talking to you about this yesterday, Mike. I don't like. There is no shame in losing to this Tampa team. A lot of
very
very
true.
good teams have lost to this Tampa team. They're very good. They won a cup last year for a reason, and then they have the same team. Like, it makes sense, but shit, if you're gonna get here, I thought you might
Yeah.
actually try to do something in one of these games. I'm gonna change the glasses so there's no glare. Forgot to do that.
uh, Benny, I actually have you know what? Maybe not a starting point, but I've been watching pretty much. I've watched every game of the series, like sat down and watched the entirety,
Start to finish.
And I there's a lot of discourse going on Twitter surrounding Carey Price, and I know this happens every year, but like when I was watching the series, and this is just my opinion, I understand that especially in Game 3, Price needed to be better for sure, but like the guy is getting
I
no
would
goal support,
also
and
suggest that you don't give up a 2-on-0 and a
yeah,
2-on-1 in the same
yeah,
game against Tampa,
exactly,
like in Game 3. Or
yeah,
I would
In the
suggest
same
you don't
5-minute
cause a
span.
2-on-1 with a really bad pinch up to cause a 2-on-1 with zero point 0.3 seconds left in a period in Game 2, and then pass it back on the boards behind your own net to a Tampa player late in Game 3 while you're trying to tie it
That was game 2.
in Game 2. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like that's the like everyone's like the whole Vasi Price debate right now. People are like, well, it was supposed to be a goaltending duel, and it's not. Playoff Price, I guess. Just it's like, have you been
I
like
mean,
these people?
Vassie's
Have you
let
been
in some
watching
muffins.
the? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
he has.
his team just
He
scores
has.
more. His team literally just scores more.
All right,
That's
I mean, he's also
let's
been.
look back to game 2 now, shall
Yeah.
we? He
There was a
saved
few
41 of 42 shots.
Yeah.
There was a few moments where the Habs easily
He has
could
let in some
have
really bad ones,
the Habs easily could have taken in and gotten themselves into that game too at points where Vasilevsky just said no. And that was a big part of that one, other than, just passing it to the Tampa guys. That also didn't help, but Uh, and then Game 3, I don't even know. We literally, my brother, my mom, and I got all excited to sit down to watch it, and then literally just like 4 minutes in, we're just like, well, shit.
It was
I mean, like,
swift.
yes, you can come back in a game like that theoretically, and like they actually made it look like they might do that with the way they finished out that first, and then just the way they were playing. But then they came out and did the same exact thing in the second period.
Yeah.
Like,
They didn't start either period on time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, not good.
I haven't really understood like what's been happening these first few games, because game one wasn't awesome, kind of all around, for the Habs. But like
Yeah,
it felt a lot like game one against Vegas, where they were always gonna have to go in, get a look at what this team was gonna be, and maybe sort of work from there, because they're just outmatched like they were against Vegas. But what I said before the start of the series is Tampa's a much, much better team than Vegas. And I think it's just showing in that even in games like game two, where Tampa was getting outplayed at points, although I think the shots were overblowing it a little, because in the first period, I think the Habs outshot them like 16-6 or something like that. But the zone time was 9 minutes to 6 minutes in favor of Tampa. They were just missing a lot of their shots.
Yeah.
But as the game did go on, the Habs sort of took it over. The thing about Tampa is they're a team that is just so insanely good that, yeah, sure, they can let that happen. And then if you just give them like two glorious chances, they have the people to make sure that they're going in. Like, without a doubt, are almost certainly going to be going in. And the Habs still haven't really adjusted to that. And they're certainly leaving it up to the last minute to adjust. I will say that. But yeah, I guess we see what happens Monday. Ooh,
Do you think they put
that's where I'm
Tatar
at.
in?
I don't know, honestly. They don't have Gustafson on power play drills today, which means he'll almost certainly be out, because that was the only reason he was in. Was they said that, and like they were using him as a power play specialist, and that's basically the only ice time he's ever gotten. The sense of using a power play specialist in the playoffs, when there's maybe 2 to 3 in a game, I don't know about the logic of that, because he's been just a complete liability at all other times on almost every other play. So hopefully maybe they can get a Kulak back in, and you can get a lot more useful minutes out of a guy like that, I think. I honestly don't think they're going to change the forward lines, though. I think they're going to run it back, and I don't know why, but I just think they're going to do it.
All right.
That's all I really want to say on the Habs right now, because they're mostly just making me sad.
Oh.
That's okay.
Real quick, I just want to go back to the goalie thing. I in no means was trying to say Vasi is a bad goalie. You know, he's played fantastic. I was just more frustrated with people people. It's hockey Twitter.
I was a little I mean, there was maybe a couple softies, but I like, what do you want Carey to do on some of those plays? I'm just like,
exactly.
Like he's basically the only one doing anything in each of these plays, and you're like, oh yeah, he should have had that. I'm like, okay.
Yes, he should have had the Palat to Kucherov 2-on-0.
Yeah.
Cross crease auto goal.
There were people saying that. But yeah, I don't know.
Well,
hopefully they can get one. I would like to see them at least get one.
We'll have to wait and
There's
see.
been one team in all of NHL history to do the thing they would have to do, and it was in 1942, and it was the Leafs.
Wow.
One reverse sweep in the finals.
It's happened but like, yeah, there's only been one reverse in the finals, but I don't have the highest of hopes that the Habs will be number 2, but
I think that's a good feeling to have. The Lightning still, in the past 2 playoff runs, have not lost after losing. So if they lose one, they're more than likely to win the next one. So, yeah.
That's not ideal. Yeah, no, it's not good.
Not for you.
Yeah. So how about your Lightning, Mike?
Well, just go back, listen to what Ben said, and then think of the opposite. Because it's basically all it is. No, they've been frustrating me with obviously not with how the games are going, because they're winning, but there's times where seems as though they forget how to play and they start puck chasing in their own end, and the Canadians, when the Canadians really start to put the pressure on, and I'm like, you let them do this any longer, they're gonna start getting some goals here. And then they eventually will snag it and
I'm not
dump
so
it out.
sure, Mike.
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
if that's true.
it's yeah. They got 3 in the last game. That was that shot by Corey Perry, by the way.
That was
oh
a
my
sick
days!
shot by Corey. Holy shit! Like,
Jeez.
it was hard to get excited about because at that point it still was 5-3 with like 2.5 minutes left, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I mean,
Nice shot.
but sick shot.
Yeah, they're looking primed and ready for another boat parade, and that'll be
boat
cool.
parade.
That'll be cool for me with
Forgot
Alex
about that.
Killorn. Dude, last year when Stamkos got on, apparently as the parade was happening, Killorn went to Stamkos and was like, listen, at some point I'm gonna have a jet ski, and you need to be ready to hop on the back with the cup. And sure enough, here he comes, buzzes over with the jet ski. I'm surprised Stamkos didn't like tip backwards with the cup. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Was the Stanley Cup at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico or wherever the frig they were.
The Stanley Cup has been lost at the bottoms of bodies of water before, although I think that was back when it was only the bowl.
What do they do? Did they dive down and grab it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was.
That's awesome.
I wanted to say it was some old Ottawa club back in the day in like the early 1900s that kicked it into the Rideau Canal.
Oh, geez.
If I remember the story correctly.
Is that what you play on in Shell? Is that the canals thing?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that takes some inspiration from that one. Yes, but yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look that up now. I want to see if I actually have that story right. But
that'd
anyway,
be fun to go diving for. It was somewhere in this area. All right, we'll find it. It's just this giant 40-pound silver chalice.
Silver. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow's game. The Lightning families, the families of the players weren't let in for a possible cup celebration. They weren't let into Canada because they could win it in Montreal, but because of restrictions and everything, they're not allowed in. So that sort of sucks if they win it, but they're still winning it. So frig it.
Yeah,
they'll celebrate.
Well, hey, so yeah, you should hope for the Habs to get Game 4, win it, give us our one. Give us our one, and then you can go back home.
But what if you sons of bitches get greedy and you want more than your one?
No, don't worry. It's just gonna be one. I promise. It's just one. It's just one.
Sure. Heard that before.
You know,
we told that to the Leafs too. That they just let us keep having them, but you know.
What are you gonna say, Eric?
As an unbiased source, Ben's telling the truth for sure. I think you should just give him the one.
No. All right. You guys want to talk about these awards? We got some major awards coming in.
Sure, but can I actually have the story I was thinking of right here.
Yeah.
In 1905, this is also not entirely verified. It's kind of like it might have happened kind of story, but anyway. 1905, the victorious Ottawa Silver 7 players, they kicked it, or no, wait, depending on which count you believe. Oh, yeah, drop kicked it, and then it bounced off the Rideau Canal and or slid into the Rideau Canal water. That is what the rumored story is.
Interesting.
So, yeah, the Ottawa Silver 7.
Nice. And then people drink out of that.
Yeah.
It's been heavily sanitized.
I want to say that the bull in the top of the tall one isn't the original one, because I think the original one is kept separately in the Hall of Fame, if I remember correctly, but I'm not positive. So, on the topic of Hall of Fame and where the awards are kept and everything, the individual awards, what are we starting with?
Where do you guys want to start?
Calder Trophy.
The Calder.
Calder Trophy.
Yeah.
Well, we all knew it's a Panarin special. Calder winner.
Yes.
24 years of age, Kirill Kaprizov of the Minnesota Wild takes it, which we all knew he was gonna. He had an insane year. Mm-hmm. And I think is requiring a contract this year, so should be getting a nifty raise.
thing is, I
Minnesota.
am looking it up.
He's an RFA, right? He's got to be. At 24,
Yeah,
he's got to be.
there was rumors that he doesn't really want to sign there and might go to the
Oh.
KHL.
Oh.
But I don't know, like all the headlines that I'm seeing are like, okay, yeah, contract talks still ongoing, while GM confident it'll still happen type deal. I don't know. So I don't know how much truth there is to all that, but oh yeah, here it is. Russo with the Athletic, his contract talks and threat of KHL. Yeah, so maybe he'll be back in when Minnesota.
I guess he probably would. So he's just all about the frickin' money then.
I mean, he's also Kaprizov. I think he is Russian, so I mean,
Well, I know he's.
there's a degree of playing at home to it. I would assume.
I guess, but like, damn, dude.
It's not, and
You
I
just-
mean, KHL money isn't exactly.
He's gonna make more over there than he does here.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what he's thinking. I see zero reason unless he really likes Russia to go play in Russia for him. He's
Oh well. Said my understanding. Oh, CSKA Moscow is apparently looking at him, according to Kevin Weeks. That's actually reputable, and that's like one of the top like tier teams in that league. So who knows? CSKA Moscow.
well, that's
They're good.
interesting. That's interesting. That would be weird after winning the Calder to go play in the KHL instead of the NHL.
You wouldn't see it. You don't see that very often, but if it happens. But good on Kirill Kaprizov. I was loving his play all year and talking about him all year, and
You were.
hopefully he'll be coming back, and hopefully Minnesota will keep that reverse retro and keep using it, and I can see him in that jersey more because that jersey is sick.
That is a nice jersy.
And,
I'm surprised you haven't bought it yet.
And I was about to say, and hopefully Ben could then buy.
Yeah,
the Kaprizov
I wanna like usually like there's like end of season sales on a lot of jersey sites, so I'm kind of waiting for that to come around and see what I might see, you know?
Indeed.
'Cause I got
indeed.
some reverse retros. I got my eye on a few of them, possibly.
Benny, these aren't reverse retros, but if you go to Adidas, like their website, they're having a bunch of jerseys, like their authentic jerseys, the ones that are normally 180. They're on sale for 90 right now, some of them. So if you wanted to get some and then pass
What?
them, you could
I
do that.
think that
90.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
which,
yeah, we're gonna look at
which
the Adidas
considering it's the
website today
authentic. not bad.
after we get off this. But
What the
anyway, moving
frig?
on to more. Did we have more to say about Kirill Kaprizov? Or hey, you're good. Good job.
I
Cool
didn't.
trophy. Okay, cool. Who next then?
I mean McDavid that's a big story.
Yeah, I mean,
He was unanimous heart vote, right?
The only one
First
other
time
than
since
Gretzky.
Gretzky
There's
in
only two.
the 80s at some point.
99
As
and 97.
disappointing as his exit was, I don't think there's any way you can argue that as it being a regular season trophy. And he had, what did he end up with in 56 games?
102, I think.
In
I can look it up,
56
but
it's
it was
just
above
nuts.
100, which is
Yep.
What the frig?
Damn near close to 2 points per game pace. Like,
Yeah.
which is
it's just
ridiculous.
insane. It just makes me more and more mad about the whole situation he's been in Edmonton for as long as he has, and makes me really, really want them to figure their shit out. So
Yes.
that, especially now that they're not in the Canadiens division next year, they can be as successful as they want, and it won't be in effect until the Cup Finals. Although that was kind of what I was thinking about Tampa this year too.
What are you talking about?
But like, no, I'm saying like it wouldn't affect the Habs in any way if they were successful, unless they were somehow to meet in the Cup Finals.
Oh,
so
I
like,
see.
Oilers can go ahead and have all the fun they want. I just want them to be competent for once and actually surround the best hockey player in the league with a team, so we can actually see the best hockey player in the league doing something past fucking, well, I mean, normally like mid or like late April, but this year it was late May because of the schedule. But I don't know. Good on him for the trophy, though. He deserved it. It was an easy vote, I'm sure,
Definitely
for
deserves
everybody
it.
who was voting it.
Yeah, that's player voted, I believe. At the Heart, I think, is player voted.
The Heart is writers. It's Ted Lindsay that's
Oh.
player voted. Heart is the PWA, Professional Hockey Writers Association, like affiliated writers. Anybody who's in that association votes for it. Is my understanding.
Cool.
But good on him.
Yeah.
What next? Did we talk about Norris last week?
No.
Is that one of the ones that was up last week?
No.
Okay.
No, nothing was up last week. It was 105 points, by the way.
105. So insane.
Stupid amount. Eric, I'll have you go for Adam Fox and his Norris victory.
Yeah, the Norris. Yeah, Adam Fox. So obviously because the Islanders played the Rangers a bunch of times, I got to watch him play, and yeah, the kid's a stud for sure. I think so. There were a lot of not arguments, but just like discussions about the Norris being like a trophy for like defensive defenseman or offensive defenseman. And I guess the way I understood it, you guys can. I would like to hear from you. It's just like best overall, right? It doesn't really tend to favor a certain type of defenseman, or does
I've never really known what it was supposed to be because voters
Roman Josi won it.
Yeah, and I feel like he wasn't that awesome last year
defensively.
Yeah. No.
I got something there. I put it in the group chat when we were talking about it. I was like, and Hedman won one last year, so they're just giving it to somebody else. And then I remembered, like hours later, I was like, wait, he didn't win it last year.
Though, right?
Yeah, he got one, I think, in 17, 18 maybe. But
yeah,
I was like, wait a second. He didn't get one because I was pissed that Roman Josi got it because it didn't make sense. It should have been John Carlson, first of all. But
I mean, I find that with a lot of the individual awards like that, with the Vezina, there's like a lot of guys that are just always kind of in the realm of being talked about for it for like
name recognition,
4 to 5 years based on name recognition, and within that player's like 4 to 5 year window, the voters just choose a year to give them their one. And then that's year one.
Well, that's
like
dumb.
That's how I mean, it is dumb. But like, if you look back at how those things get awarded, like Drew Doughty got his like 3 years after he should have gotten his.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's all right. Awesome guy that's been awesome for a while, and he should probably have his one.
Awesome guy.
Is usually how it ends up happening, but
yeah. All right. That's kind of interesting.
Because it's the NHL, we can't have anything be nice
year,
and make sense.
Yeah. We just have to roll with it and then talk about it on a podcast every week.
Yeah. But this year, what did you think of him?
So Fox finished. Yeah. Fox finished this year. Well, he finished this year with 47 points. So again, in 56 games, that's impressive.
Pretty damn good for a defenseman.
Yeah, and I know like we obviously talk about like plus minus isn't the most important stat, but he was a plus 19, and that tends to
it usually starts to be once it's like really high or low in one or the other direction is when it starts to get bad.
Yes.
Like if you're a -5, that's like, all right, your line had a couple bad games in a row, but like if by the end of the season you're a -50 or something, it's like, well, I mean, that might be something. Yeah. Some plus 19 is what he said he was, right? That's something.
19. Yep. And he was born in Jericho, New York.
Yeah.
Which is
really
cool. USA.
Wait, where's that?
Yes.
Where is that?
Jericho.
Somewhere in New York. It's close.
Well,
it's close by.
New York.
I think it's close to me, actually.
That name, because that name
Jericho?
sounded familiar. Real quick, I want to see.
Was I totally getting? Wait a minute.
No, he is from Jericho because I remember hearing it on a.
Yeah, he's from Long Island. Yeah, they say Jericho.
Oh, it is
New
Long
York.
Island.
It's Long Island.
So it's not near.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Near
I was
you.
like.
So a Long Island boy on the Rangers.
Yeah, no. So Long Island boy.
Ooh, that's
Yes,
interesting.
yes. And not to get all Pierre on everyone and be like, that Jericho boy or whatever the hell he said. But
What's his favorite dinner
he's,
dish?
I don't even know how old he is, but probably chicken parm because he's from Canada. I don't know. But no, yeah, it's cool to see like kind of a hometown D-man take that trophy. And yeah, I think what excites me most about him is his offense and the Rangers now getting a new coach and having all of that firepower up front. Like if you have a defenseman like Fox that really likes to like jump into plays and create offense, oh man. And Gerard Gallant figures out how to use those young kids. Like, ooh.
True that.
Yeah, the Rangers are going to be a tough team to beat.
They should be, yeah.
Yeah.
They should be. They placed higher than the second team in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah. So
They did
congrats,
do that.
but congrats to Adam Fox.
Yes.
For taking
That's
on the
very, very nice. And then the final trophy is the "How do you not have one yet?" trophy. Vezina given to Fleury, which not saying he didn't earn it. He did. He's basically tied with Vasilevsky for the best stats. Apart from I think wins. I think Vasi's might have had more wins, but yeah, it's.
In terms of how has he not won
that.
one yet? I think if I'm not mistaken, this actually was just weirdly the most the best statistical year Marc-Andre Fleury has had in his entire career, I believe. Or I remember there was talk of that like as the season was going on, like it was on track to be. Let me look that up real quick.
Okay.
But I think that's part of it. But also, yeah, it is a little bit of I guess you should probably have one before you retire, kind of thing. And then if you're gonna give us this kind of season on top of that, then makes it easy.
Makes it easy because he earned it.
Let me see. No, not NHL stats. I wanted hockey DB. No, go away. I need all the seasons.
And Vasi already got his, I believe. So.
Yeah, that was last year.
Was that last year? I can't friggin' remember.
Or was it 2 years ago? Because I think Hellbuck might have been last year. I know it was recently.
You know what? It was 2 years ago when they tied that NHL record. Slash
right.
broke it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was. Oh yeah, 18-19. Yep. 39 wins, 10 losses. Holy.
So yeah, looking at it now, his 928 this season with Vegas is the best save percentage he's ever had in his career for a season.
No shizzle at 37.
So, there you go. Goalies are weird.
Yeah. True that.
Goalies are weird, Ben. That is true.
Yep, true that.
Stay tuned for more high. No, I can't talk. Never mind. I was going to say something with analysis. In-depth analysis, yeah.
Yes, in-depth. Stay tuned for more...
high quality?
More things. Stay tuned
something
for more
like
things.
that. Yeah, I don't know. Stay tuned for stuff.
Important hockey news, actually. Trade.
Oh, yeah.
You guys saw the trade, right?
Wait, is it the Arvidsson one?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yep. I was wondering if one had just occurred that I didn't see yet.
Oh, no. That'd be crazy, though.
So,
true.
Is Nashville breaking it down?
I believe
what are they doing?
I believe I think their plan, I think, before their run in the latter half of the season was, all right, we're going to rebuild.
They were looking bad.
And then they just, and then they were like, all right, we're going to make the playoffs. Let's go.
Did you guys
let's give it one more shot.
Yeah. Did you guys see the I was listening to the Steve Dangle podcast. They were talking about how they're getting rid of Arvidsson because they can protect more players from Seattle by doing that, and they needed to get rid of some cap. So it was one of those things. Well, so it was one of those things, right? You can either, if you can't protect Arvidsson and Seattle's going to take him anyway,
you might as well get. Okay. I mean, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah,
their hands are kind of tied.
Essentially, they're trying to give away the least valuable asset for free. Is basically what's happening.
Right.
Or
that's something. That's soon. That's really soon.
It's going to be 2 weeks from now. We'll be recording. And we'll be talking about our teams and situations.
Oh jeez.
Oh man, yeah, that's
2
gonna
weeks.
be.
We got a good little bit of news left to
Yeah.
go, and
We
then then we can maybe take a little bit of a break after all
Little
the
break.
initial free agency stuff dies down.
A little break.
Because
Yeah.
we gotta stick around for that, because there's always like 1 to 2
little bit
weeks
afterwards,
after
yeah.
free agency opens up that it takes time for everybody to kind of get signed and everything.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And then we'll take
Oh,
a nice
boy.
break to do some golfing.
Of course. Of course.
Oh,
You're gonna
Yes.
get some fun Long Island content on the channel,
Oh.
everybody.
oh man.
Me and Benny and Nick went golfing this past weekend. Eric,
Oh yeah.
we have
No, I'm Nick. I'll just pretend to be Nick for this. No, I'm not gonna do that.
you
Sorry,
won.
Nick, if
You won on
won.
Saturday.
Yeah, you won.
Congratulations.
You won on Saturday, Nick. How do you feel about your win?
I feel like I was driving pretty well. Putting was a little so-so. Am I even accurate in any of these?
His putting had some moments.
Oh, okay, all right.
Mostly just that one green that I think you
I
also.
I also just picked it up. There was one green where the front was lower, the back was on like a higher tier. You had to get it up this slant. Me and Nick both on our first putts didn't get it all the way up, so it rolled back down to us. And then Nick did the same
I
thing
hit
on the
that
second.
thing and got it up first go. I'm like, fuck yeah! I don't even care where you land up there. Just stay up there.
I didn't want to. I didn't want to send it too far, and then I did, and then I putted it back and missed the hole, and that one I hit too hard, and it started to go down the hill, and I was just like, you know what? Give me a 10, and I picked up the ball. I was like, I'm not good.
That's where playing that course comes in handy, because I've done that green before, and I've done that exact thing you and Nick did several times. And I'm like, nope, it's not happening this time.
Interestingly enough, that a hole we should not have played.
Yeah, I fucked up there. So we were the Malone golf course has 2 golf courses in it. Like there's 2 separate 18-hole golf courses, the east and the west courses. We were playing on the east course, and I'd kind of forgotten this because it's been a little while since I've played there. But it used to be like my home course. Like I played there all the time every summer for a good few years. But I had forgotten in the layout that the number 14 hole on both courses are basically next to each other.
They're right near each other.
We finish 13 on the east, and then as we come off, we see a sign that's pointing this direction that says number 14 east, that way. And then straight ahead, we saw like the hole sign, like the sign that's at the beginning of every hole that says like 14 hole, whatever the yardage are, has like a big. So I'm like, wait a second, it's right. The signs were just wrong. Okay, yeah, we'll just go there. So we played the last 5 holes we played were on the wrong course.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
But like, here's my problem. Why are you putting both 14s near each other? One, we should have followed the sign. I was trusting Benny.
Yeah.
And 2, why are both
Nick's confirmation too? I was like, but look at. I was like, the signs, but like, look, the 14's right there, and he's like, yeah, that's dumb. And
yeah, I didn't. I think I was lagging behind at that point, but
yeah,
I wouldn't have changed anything.
We still played 18 holes.
Yeah, we still got the 18 in,
and it was fun.
Listen, why are both
You're having your
14s
moments.
near each other? And 2, why is there not an indication on the whole signs which is the
on
east
which course
and which
you're
is
on?
the west?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I was gonna.
There
ask.
was no indication,
There wasn't a lot of signage, no.
so
But
they can eat my balls.
We could have listened to the exact signage that was there.
Yeah, that's true. We just ignored that one.
Yeah. So, but still
Ben
pretty
did
good day
well.
of golf, I
Ben
thought.
did pretty well, I would say.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't. I mean, I tied Mike, but I hadn't
we tied
played in a very good long while, and I was happy with how that day turned out. I got a par.
And it is a fairly difficult course. It's pretty long, pretty freaking long.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
How
there's
long
not
did
really
it take you
any like easy holes. Like
True.
some of the par 3s are not the hardest in the world, but even then they don't give a lot of leeway on either side. Like it's kind of just you got a green.
Yeah.
If you veer off either way, you're kind of screwed.
Well, there was there was hole 6, I believe. It was I think it was hole 6 was a par 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
I think you put yours short, and then me and Nick both got it on.
6.
6? Yeah.
Whichever one I almost nailed it.
Oh, 6. Oh, yeah.
It might
No,
have
yeah,
been
no, that
not
was a
6.
different one. I was thinking
Yeah.
of the one on the back.
Oh yeah,
no, that
one
was
sucked.
6.
But I hit my tee shot. It was a
was
green that
nuts.
was like a weird looking thing. It was like
It
big
was
at the
like
back,
zoop,
big at
and
the
then
front,
boom.
and then there was like a little bottleneck in the middle, and they put the pin right in the bottleneck.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
Pitched my ball. My pitch mark was 1 foot from the hole.
Yeah.
And it rolled out like 12 feet.
It rolled a pretty good distance, which kind of sucked. But imagine you just slam dunk that shit.
I was
probably would have bounced
I was
out.
licking my lips as it was in the air. But no, yeah, it would have like dented the cup and not
with that
going.
much force.
Yeah, but I left a nice pitch mark hole.
It was
and
a
that's
nice
always
shot.
Nice. It was my one nice shot of the day.
I think all my nicest shots were putts. Honestly,
You had some friggin'. He drained some like 15,
25 footer.
20 footers,
Ooh,
and it was. They were nice friggin' putts. I was like, Jesus. He did it on the first hole. We get up to the first hole, and I forget what he was putting.
And then just
Yeah, he was putting for bogey, but it was like 20 feet like down the hill, like a little bit left to right, and he just wee in the hole. I was like, Jesus.
right
Christ.
in. Okay.
I do better when greens are slow. I know that. I always do better when greens are slow, and it was really damp, so they were slow as hell.
There was a bit of rain, but
I usually play better that way.
it was a nice day. We walked, so we all got our 6 miles according to Nick's watch.
It's been a long time since these legs got 6 miles in a day.
Let's do a leg check-in with Ben. How are your knees today, sir?
They're much better. They're still a little sore, but the sleep helped. I woke up feeling much better. I went to bed very sore.
Yeah, my left ass cheek is sore for some reason.
Your left ass cheek.
Yep, I put most of my. I use my glutes to get up the hills. Apparently,
I still gotta wash all my
Okay.
clubs off. I haven't done that yet.
your clubs. Yeah, I need.
They're all sitting next to me, all very dirty.
I cleaned my car, dude. My car was. Whew.
I didn't leave too much grass,
Yeah.
did I?
There was a lot of grass in there, but it wasn't just you.
Okay.
It was probably I haven't like vacuumed it out since I've gotten it. So it was
I
from
was
the last
sense.
few.
gonna say when we went what was it, like a month ago or whatever, remember that we were just like, it was just sloshed just like everywhere, just oh god, that was terrible. We probably got so much mud,
Yeah.
grass and whatever.
All right, gentlemen.
What else we got to talk about?
Nothing. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
hey.
Yeah.
The snack time.
We have
Thought
Benny's
of a snack
idea
time.
that I'm gonna let you intro right now.
Oh.
Bring us
Okay,
in.
so
Bring us in.
picture it.
Picture
boys.
this.
Picture it. You guys have just been on the craziest playoff run in your lives. You win the Stanley Cup. First, what are you drinking out of it in the game after post-game celebrations?
Post-game selly.
And second, what are you eating out of it or drinking?
When it's
whichever,
your week
when it's your day with the cup.
or day. Yeah, I guess a day makes more sense than a week.
It is a day with a cup.
Yeah.
Mike or Eric, take the floor.
Rick.
All right, I'll start. What am I drinking? Probably whatever alcoholic beverage they provide. Because if it's free beer and it's in the Stanley Cup that I earned, it's gonna taste delicious.
Well, here's my question. Because they have 2 there, it seems. It's either beer or it's champagne. And if those are your 2 choices, what are you going for?
Oh, okay. I'd do the beer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd do the beer.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what are you eating out of it?
So,
Cereal?
all right, that's the drink. All right, so
Bananas?
that's the thing, right? I would eat every meal. Can I go into like each meal of the day? I think I would just
have it as your table. You put it on like a little stool and then a chair next to it, and then just all 3 meals of the day on your day with a cup. Just
dude,
Yeah, what do you
there
eat?
you go.
That's how I do it.
Go through your day then.
That's how I do it. Let's see. So oh my god, I'd wake up, I'd fill that son of a gun with cinnamon toast crunch. Get some milk in there.
Perfect.
Oh man, that would be breakfast. I was gonna say like eggs or something, but not. I don't care about nutrition right now. We're just gonna enjoy it.
Yep.
I feel like there'd be
It's a
something very
giant bowl.
pleasing about just like seeing a bowl of cereal in the Stanley Cup too. Like just like looking down at that would just be like kind of nuts.
That'd be nice.
It's like hell yeah, let's go.
And then honestly, I'm kind of running out of ideas for lunch here because I usually like sandwiches. I would need a sandwich.
Just have a sandwich in there. Put a bunch of chips.
I mean, yeah, there we go. So chips and guac. How about
There
that?
you go. Oh yeah,
Ooh,
there you go.
And then
What's he having for dinner?
And then for dinner, I know what I'd have. So all right. So one of my favorite meals ever is just pasta with homemade basil pesto sauce. That's it. Very simple.
Ooh,
it's like
never had
olive
that.
oil
Damn.
pesto.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
Is
You
it
know
just
what? I'm gonna
oil
have to
and
put- I'm
is it
gonna
just
put in a
oil and
request.
something?
So it's sounds very good. It's basil, olive oil, Parmesan cheese, garlic, and pine nuts blended up into a sauce.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
It is really good.
Yeah.
Pesto sauce is
It's very
delicious,
good.
and
Yes.
that sounds like a good dinner.
That's what I'd. Yeah, dude, that's what I'd have, and that
Very
sums it
Italian.
up. Yeah.
All right.
Very Italian.
Mickey,
Me?
what do you? You're on. You're on the ice after Game 7 in Amalie Arena.
Yeah.
You guys just fucking clinched it in Game 7 OT. What are you chugging out of that bitch?
Let me think here. Well, first of all, I don't know. I think I'd go for the champagne. Special occasion.
Champagne.
Here's what
Yeah,
you do.
classy.
Champagne out of the cup, beer in the hand.
Ah,
That's how you do
right,
it.
right.
That's how you do it.
You always see the thing I always see them on the ice with is those fucking metal Bud Light bottles.
Are
I
those
see it
that Bud
every
Light?
fucking. You see it a lot. I feel like it's
Huh.
it's just because it's been in American arenas every time. You'd probably
Yeah.
see some Molson bottles if you're in
If
like
it was-
Montreal or something.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Interesting. But yeah, I'm going for probably beer in the hand to sip on while I'm celebrating with the boys, and then champagne out of the top.
Very nice.
right.
For my day, my breakfast, and I don't eat breakfast, so I don't know. Maybe I
Yeah.
drink some coffee out of there. If it doesn't stain
Yeah,
it,
there you
though,
go.
I wouldn't want to stain it, so I probably wouldn't risk
Right.
that.
Mm.
Then lunch rolls around. You know what? I don't really have a plan, so I'm just gonna tell you that I'm eating some Chili's honey chipotle chicken crispers out of there, because I love that shizzle, and that's what I want to eat out of the cup.
Okay.
Dude, hell yeah.
What about you, Benny? I know you're going
All
for
right.
beer.
So it's just pouring all the Molson Export you can find in the top of that thing, chugging that. That's for the celebrations. And then on my day with a cup, there's no way I'm not eating, or there's no way I'm gonna not eat poutine out of the Stanley Cup. Is what I'm
Yeah,
trying to say.
yeah.
Like
That's a good
yeah.
choice. That's
it's happening.
That's
it's
one of the meals.
happening. I don't really care. Like this,
Wieners.
that's
Have wieners.
what I'm gonna have. I don't
Awesome.
hot dogs out of the cup. That'd be a little weird. I mean, I guess you could
Gregoire.
put them in.
You put it in there, and
But-
then you just like inch it up towards the lip, then you like that with that sound as well. Well, poutine. That's a good choice. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Especially as
That's a
It
great
feels
choice, yeah.
appropriate.
Yes,
Feels
It
appropriate.
does feel appropriate. Yeah, well, that's there we go. That's what we're gonna do when we win our Stanley Cups. I'm
And
gonna
those
make-
alternate universes where we actually all made the show.
Yeah, dude, we could have. Remember, you remember Ben when you made that sweet
Oh.
tinfoil Stanley Cup and we
Yes.
friggin' drank Mountain Dew out of that shizzle.
Yes,
That was
I do.
sweet.
I did not stay together very long, but it was fun.
Yeah, so Eric, we did a like a street hockey day at Benny's grandparents' house in where he lives, and Ben made
I made a
this.
very bad cup. It was a Stanley Cup I made out of poster board paper. Was like I made the cylinder out of, and then I just coated the entire outside in aluminum foil.
With aluminum.
And then I coated a bowl in aluminum foil and like really flimsily taped it with a base to the top of the thing. It did.
Yep.
It wasn't great, but I tried.
We drank
I was
Mountain
in
Dew out
sixth
of it.
grade.
Yeah, listen, as long as you can drink the Mountain Dew out of it, is it functional? Yes, that's all that
Yes.
matters.
Absolutely.
Perfect. That's awesome.
What was I gonna say? Ben, you remember when we were in Canada?
We were in Canada.
This was like years ago, and we went to whatever that bar was in what the hell's that town? P-Mans.
Oh fuck, the Rapids.
Yeah, we went there, and that dude was talking crap about.
He got really
this-
mad at me about drinking Molson for some reason.
Some Canadian dude.
He's like, we don't really drink that over here, and I'm like, all right, cool.
He was
wanted
like,
to.
He was like, must not be Canadian, and then Ben was like, I'm actually half Canadian.
Real good chunk of my family is. Yeah.
What a wiener! I had Coors.
Also, it's just fucking beer. Like, what do you?
Yeah,
Listen, they're serious. You know, they're serious about their beer up there, Benny.
I think it was just a dick, but
I mean, yeah, probably that too.
yeah, Jesus.
Well, I think I'm all set. Unless you guys have anything else to say, we can wrap this bad boy up. It was a short and sweet one.
I don't need to say anything else about hockey right now. I'm good. I'm good with being done.
Yes. Hopefully we see a game 5 for Ben. Hopefully not for me.
Yeah, and you can
But
win
we'll
it
see.
on home ice then. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
that
win
would
it
be
on home
good.
ice.
Win it in 5.
Don't worry about the possible momentum giving away a win would be. It's fine.
Yes. We'll see.
I think you're fine. It's
think
4
so.
games in a row. I don't think it's happening.
Rick, you got anything else?
That's it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be. My second half of summer starts tomorrow, actually. So I finished 2 classes. I have to submit an assignment tonight, and then I have 2 more classes that will end August 14th before my fall semester. So that
Nice.
begins for me. So that's
Being
I'm not watching hockey.
studious.
That's it. Yep.
Nice. And then we
Trying
come
my
down
best.
and wreck
Yes, it's gonna be
your house.
The boys
Well,
take
I mean,
Long
you can-
Island.
I
Let's
don't know
go.
I don't know if Steve would appreciate that.
Oh, I'm just kidding,
but
Steve.
You can.
I ain't
We ain't
wrecking
doing
anything.
we ain't doing shit to your house, Steve.
Nope.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. All right.
No, but here's the thing: if we had a giant floor hockey game and that's what wrecked it, he'd be fine with
Okay, perfect.
Well, that's what we're doing.
that.
Then. It was a floor hockey
Yeah.
game, Steve. I swear. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week.